Alright guys, in today's video we're going to take a look at three different products from Rugged Suppressors. We've got one, the Rugged Surge 7.62 modular 30 caliber suppressor. We've got a 5.56 front cap for this Rugged Surge, and then we've got the RX blast diverter / muzzle brake from Rugged Suppressors. So let's start with the Surge, get an unboxing, show you the contents, and then we'll cover some of the features and why you'd want this suppressor over some of the others on the market. Then we'll take a look at the specs, and then we'll just show you it on a couple different firearms and hopefully get some footage shooting it too. Move that out of the frame here. Alright, let's open this Surge up. I'm going to try my best not to show you guys my serial number, but here on the back you can see it just says a warning, Rugged Suppressors, 640 North Highway, Travelers Rest, South Carolina. Their website, made in the USA. Alright, let's get her open. It's in this plastic tube. We have a end cap removal tool. Move this out of the frame. We've got the Surge itself. Little rugged emblem right here. Opposite to that would be my serial number. Nothing else in the box. Got a couple manuals and a few stickers from Rugged. Get everything here opened up. Alright, so first let's just take a look at these manuals really quickly. Alright, so here's your operator's manual, the obligatory warnings on the front. First page has how to properly install a muzzle device. One, they say if you're going to time the muzzle device, do not use crush washers. Two, the muzzle device should be torqued to 20 to 25 foot-pounds on the firearm. Second page, more warnings, how to install. We'll go over the installation here in a little bit when we're showing you on the firearms. And then there is this little warning here. It says, when transferring the Surge between host weapons, if the suppressor is warm, lightly install the Surge on the muzzle device and allow the muzzle device to warm up before fully seating the suppressor to the mount. I think that's a good piece of advice. I know that that's one way to get mounts stuck, so maybe that will prevent some stuck mounts. More warnings, how to remove the adapt module, which is just unscrew, but they're just mostly warnings to make sure that your firearm is unloaded before installing or taking off the suppressor. The back side, service and maintenance, again, more warnings. There's a concentricity warning, which is very important with suppressors. And then the back, unconditional lifetime warranty, and that's the whole reason, one of the reasons to go with a Rugged. Alright, so we showed you the two stickers. This little piece of paper just shows you how, when you're installing the suppressor, when you have it on correctly, so as not to send the can flying down range. And we're going to go over how to mount that in a little bit here. In this other packaging, this is purchased separately, a 5.56 end cap. This is so that you can shoot sub-calibers a little more efficiently. And it's only going to give you a few decibels extra, but I figured it was worth it at least to try. Now, one thing is you have to be careful that you have the right end cap on the device whenever you're using it. The 5.56 version is marked 5.56. The 30 caliber has no markings. And also, last but not least in the packaging, is a 7.62 3-prong flash hider. Alright, so that's everything that's included in the box. Let's go over a little bit of the features of the Rugged Surge. So this is a 30 caliber suppressor. It will shoot anything up to 300 Win Mag. There are no barrel length restrictions. It is made out of 17.4 pH stainless steel mount. The tube's also made out of 17.4 stainless steel. It has stellite baffles, This is a 30 caliber can. There's a lot of 30 caliber cans on the market. So what makes this one different from other suppressors on the market? One is the adapt technology. So the last 1.5 inches of the can is able to thread on and off the device so that you can shoot the suppressor in a 9-inch configuration for maximum suppression, or a 7.5-inch configuration, which will sacrifice a little bit of decibels in hearing, but it's a little bit more manageable as far as length and weight on a smaller firearm. In addition, it does have interchangeable end caps if you like that feature. And then lastly, it has a rock solid mounting system. The way this mount works is it is a dual taper mount, meaning there's a taper here in the front, a taper here in the back. Tapers allow the device to lock down better, better torque, more torque's needed to take it off than put on, in other words. So what you will do is you will thread down on these coarse threads here. It'll seat on the first taper, and then you will turn the locking collar, seating the suppressor on the back locking. The back locking collar will seat on the taper in the back. So you'll have two tapers basically going in opposite directions, creating a rock solid mount. Now this mount, because you have a locking collar, you do need access to the mount, so running it underneath handguards could be a little bit more challenging. There is no real direct thread option. However, Rugged does say you can thread your muzzle device in, set your collar, and then use it as direct thread by leaving one of the muzzle devices in the suppressor. So there you have it. Those are the features. Just going to go over a few of the specs now. We already talked about the materials, so mostly we're just going to talk about length, weight, and sound suppression. So from the manufacturer, they claim 134 to 138.4 decibel sound level with firing different calibers through the suppressor. And of course, it's going to depend on which caliber you're firing because you're going to have supersonic cracks, you're going to have better bore to bullet seating, so that changes how your volume will be. Additionally, this can, again, like I said, can be a 9-inch suppressor, and in the 9-inch configuration, it weighs 21.5 ounces. It can also be used again in the 7.5-inch configuration, which will be 17.5 ounces. And it's a high temperature Cerakote finish on the suppressor itself. Alright guys, so we're just going to show this in both the long and short configurations on a few different firearms here. We're going to have an AR-15. We also have one of the new Ruger American Ranch 7.62x39s. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so here we have the Rugged Surge 7.62 on a Ruger American Ranch 7.62x39. The firearm has been cleared. And this is the full-size 9-inch configuration. While it's on the firearm, I just want to show how you read the go, no-go gauge. So this is locked down appropriately, and you can see that really have to kind of try to look up under there to see the no-go. You can only see the go. Let's take a peek at it in the short configuration and then see it on an AR. Here we have it in the short 7.5-inch configuration on the Ruger American Ranch. Again, the firearm has been cleared. Alright, let's take a peek at it on an AR-15. Here's the Rugged Surge 7.62 on a 5.56 AR-15 with a 16-inch barrel. This is in the 9-inch configuration. This is Anderson Palmetto State Armory build. We have the 5.56 end cap installed. Again, that's important when you're at the range to make sure that you don't leave the wrong end cap on and have an accident. Alright, let's take a quick peek at it in the short configuration. and then finish this up by going over and looking at the RX. Here we have the 7.5 inch configuration with the 5.56 end cap. Hard to tell, but it's definitely noticeably shorter in person. And when you pick it up, it is a little bit less front heavy on this 16.5 inch barrel AR. Okay, before I finish this section on the rugged Surge, I just wanted to show two more things about it. One is I wanted to just point out that the adapt modules are serialized. That way the relief cuts on the baffles, the last two baffles, line up with the 6 additional baffles in the main body of the suppressor. The other thing I wanted to point out was I just wanted to show you guys the baffles, and I think they're best seen in the adapt module. Let me get a flashlight here, we might need it. You can see here we have the back side of the baffle. I'm going to shine a light, see if that makes it any better. It's worse. So here you can see, if we get it to focus, I don't think it's going to focus. The back side, it's a stepped cone design with a single relief cut. And there's the front side. Flashlight really doesn't help here, I'm sorry guys, lighting kind of is terrible. But there you go, you see that it's a serialized part and that you get to see the baffle design. I wanted to also point out these two flash hiders. The 7.62 is slightly longer. They do make an even longer 7.62, and they also make brakes. I do not have either of those. And that's it with the suppressor. So let's take a look at the RX here. Alright, so here's the RX. It comes in this cool little pill bottle. The name RX, kind of interesting. Let's open it up, see what we get. Some cotton balls, just like your pills would come with. An end cap. An end cap removal tool. More cotton balls. 2 little manuals. And then
the RX itself.
I'm just going to wipe some of the grease off this. Alright, so here we have the rugged RX. You can see that RX right there. So just take a look at these directions. So this just shows you how to put the caps on and off. We'll figure that out. So what is this thing? It's not a suppressor. It does attach to all rugged muzzle devices. It's basically, it can be used as either two things. It can be used as a blast diverter, or it can be used as a muzzle brake. So in the configuration it comes in out of the box, it's set up to be a muzzle brake. So if you're using a flash hider, like the 2 flash hiders I have, but you'd prefer a brake, you could thread this over, and then it is ported to act as a muzzle brake, and then with the front cap on here. So it's not a sound suppressor because it doesn't reduce any sound, but if you just want it to divert the sound forward, like a regular flash cone or something, you can take this end cap off. Now note this last piece here is reverse threaded, so it is lefty tighty, righty loosey. Kind of, you can have to think about that. And you can just thread this end cap, which has bigger holes in it. And again, tighten to the left because it's reverse threaded. Always have to remind myself. Okay. And now it's basically a blast cone, sending all your blast forward away from the shooter's ears. So if for some reason you're not using your suppressor, you still want to put something on the can, just be a little more friendly at the range to your neighbors, you can throw this on there. It's really high quality. It's also made out of the 17.4 pH stainless. The end caps are the same material as the suppressor. This is reverse threaded. This one, the end cap does come off, and it's threaded just like the end of the rugged. So you could you know, if you needed to, you could use that as another 30 caliber end cap for your suppressor too. Alright, so you guys see the two configurations of the Rugged RX. And that's really just a quick unboxing of that, as this video is more about the suppressor, but I figured I'd throw this in here too, because I didn't think it would really be a standalone video. Alright guys, so that really covers it. Today we just took a look at the Rugged RX and the Rugged Surge and the features of both of those and how you can use them. If you have any questions, just go ahead and comment down below and I'll try and answer them as best as I can to my knowledge. And hopefully I can get some shooting video of these on some different guns here over the next few days. Thanks guys for watching.